Welcome back
Welcome back.
to Pass the Aisle.
I'm Kevin,
I'm Meg.
and we are here
Yes,
after
we're here.
Thanksgiving,
Yep,
after my cousin John got married,
yep,
and we are here.
yeah.
So many things happened since the last episode, but the last episode, if you guys did watch it and could bear through the audio of it,
No, it was good audio.
it was good audio.
No, but only either me or you was recorded. I think that
Yeah.
was the problem.
And yeah, we got a new dog.
Yeah.
So
We
she's
got
been
new
with
dog.
us for a past like a month now,
A month, yeah.
and we did see her progression and how we trained her, how we treat her. It's definitely different from any other dog we ever owned. Yeah, Nika, she's she's really loyal. She's really people friendly. There were signs earlier when she was with us that she has aggression towards dogs
Big
in
dogs,
general.
yeah.
I would say all dogs in general.
Uh-huh.
We really don't know her demeanor and if she wanted to play or she just wants to nip or what she wants to do, right? We really don't know her history,
Yeah.
which comes to our conclusion that we sent her to boarding school.
Yeah. Or going to.
Yeah, it's the first dog I ever even thought of sending to boarding school and invest into a companion. That way, in return, she's a great dog for us, a loyal dog for us, and we just want her to be happy, stable mentally, so when we do walk her, she's not going crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel really good that we even came across that as an option.
Yeah.
Because we were just sitting there on the sofa
Yeah.
on Black Friday, not shopping this time. We
Well, we already finished early. That's
we
why.
finished early, but we felt like for us at least, we pretty much got everything we wanted. There's nothing else that I'm looking for in terms of like tech products or anything. I feel like I have everything here.
Yeah.
But for her, I mean, we see Nika every day, and we just want the best for her. And I feel like if our walks can be 10 times better, it will make us 10 times more confident in her, and she'll be confident in us being her owner.
Yeah.
Even though we have her for a month, right? We just say, like, she did progress really quickly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She got all like the tricks and training that I gave her,
Yeah.
from sitting to handshake to laying down to stay and to run with me, and I
Yeah.
feel like all within a month. That's awesome.
I think we just chose the right temperament first, like a
Yeah.
good, we were doing our research. We were doing a lot of research, and we were really adamant about, like, okay, we got to do this correctly this time. Or what does that mean? And it sucked because, like, there was so much misinformation. Like I was telling Jenny yesterday, I was like, dude, we've been researching for the last maybe like month and a half on how to do this correctly, but there's still, even when you even want to learn, there's still so much like BS out there that you still have to find the correct information then. So it's one, having to want to learn. Like I know I never wanted to learn, only like, I don't know, I didn't have any real like discipline or structure or even like the mentality to go, oh, how do you do this the correct way? It's just like, we didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Right? It was just like, oh, pretty, cute, designer, like, let's have it, let's own it.
Yeah.
And it was a very shallow means of like having a pet. And now I was like, okay, how do we do it right? So at first, again, like with everything starts in the mind, like, oh, this is not a toy. This is not just temporary. This is not just for your entertainment. And then once we made that agreement mentally, then the challenge was, okay, how do we do it in practice when you're being tested or when you're getting frustrated or when you see something, you're like, oh, what do I do right now? Because I don't want to mess it up. And we had many opportunities to like do something or correct it, but we didn't have the right tools yet, right? Like in the beginning. So like
You got the wrong tools.
Yeah, even like learning like, oh, go get the harness that it holds right here, right? Like that's what they told us. And you could already see like they let the dogs run all over them. They're super emotional, like the Priceless Pets where we adopted her. And now I'm learning a month into it that's all wrong.
It is all wrong.
It's all so much misinformation, which was
like the world in taking care of a dog, taking care of a companion, training them to be loyal, training them to be obedient, is all wrong.
It's wrong, yeah. Like what you first are, what is marketed to you, what is first there.
Yeah.
And so you have to really dig, and you have to really like want to know and.
And it's cool what that K9 Academy on YouTube and what he said was that a dog that jumps on you doesn't mean like it's friendly. It's like just anxious. And anxiety levels are high.
It feels like it has to do it. Like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like, you know, like
it's not greeting you.
Yeah, it's not calm state. Yeah. It's in an anxious state.
And even though I took her today, just right now, right before the podcast, to the computer lab, the people that were petting her, she jumped on them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna
correct it, right?
Huh?
You correct it?
I didn't correct it. Yeah.
So we're learning too. Like, okay, so what do we do in those moments where it's like, I don't want to confuse her.
Yeah.
And I need to be a confident like leader for the dog, right? And learn all the like dog psychology. That's really interesting too.
Yeah.
And it's just been like, oh man, it sucks though. It's so annoying that it's not readily available for you, or the dog community in general, where you buy a dog or adopt a dog or whatever. They have like, they just don't give you any one-on-one or anything, nothing.
Yeah.
They're just like, here, I want the money, here.
Yeah.
And then, now you got to figure it out for yourself and probably waste money, waste time, maybe even build bad habits before you get to the right thing, which is really frustrating. So it's like, dang.
Well, I'm pretty thankful that Nika in general didn't build too much of a bad habit.
Yeah.
I feel like she's just pretty calm around people. Thankfully, like she's calm around people, and I feel with her being trained so quickly within a month, and just make it more repetitive throughout the 6 months, like they said. I feel she'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I think she'll learn really quickly with them.
Yeah.
Especially 3 weeks every day. Yeah. That's her full-time job to train a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna miss her. Yeah. So she's gonna board for 3 weeks, and we were thinking. And I thought it was a great idea that you had. We were on Black Friday watching more training videos. Like, okay, we knew that we needed to fix this aggression with dogs.
Yeah.
We really wanted, like, our goal was to go to the dog park and see
or just go
our dog have fun, you know?
Not just that, but also to walk like
freely.
walk freely without problems of her yanking us or fear that she's going to nip and bite another dog or getting in a dog fight, right? So we just don't want any of that.
Like safety.
Yeah.
That was a big goal for us too, and just to
it's just peace of mind that we're both all level-headed as we walk around our neighborhood.
And anybody could take her and walk her, and I don't have to be like how I used to worry with Caden, where it was like, oh, I'm going to lock him away, or I'm going to just keep him away, like avoidance, right?
Because
avoidance.
he would bark his head off, and
or pee everywhere, or I didn't know how to be.
He would retaliate.
I wouldn't know how to be a leader,
Right? He would retaliate.
So the dog is feeling like, oh, I have to do it because you're not leading me. Right?
Yeah.
That was so interesting. That was so cool to hear. Where the dog, if he's barking or if he's doing some like unwanted behaviors, it's because he feels or she feels like they need to do it. Like, oh, you're not stepping up. I don't feel safe with you, so I have to go over there and make sure and be the leader. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I have to be the alpha right now, and I'm freaking stressed out.
Yeah.
And when you learn how to follow, which a dog should, and that's their happiest, calmest state, to follow you.
Yeah.
They're safer. They're calmer. They're happier. They're less stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to be a follower, and
so
we have to be the leaders.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And cutting off all emotion when you make correction.
Yeah.
There are so many human moments where you get frustrated and you lose your temper. And both of us can be very short-tempered before. Mm-hmm. So she's been a great opportunity for us to learn how to be patient, or just to learn to be like, no, you can't do that. It's not a big deal. It's just like, I don't have to be butthurt about it that you're not doing what I say. It's just like, no, you can't do it. No.
Yeah, I would say all the changes we made throughout this year in our marriage, and even speaking about it, bringing it up progressively, bring up issues and solving it as much as we can, and doing our best, right? Has like changed me. I don't know if it changed you, but to just be more patient, right? So in reality, the dog is a reflection of both of us, right? Before it was our other dogs were a reflection of both of us. It was mean, it was crazy, it was whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
It was
Makes
us.
me sad. Yeah.
But then now that we're calm, we're more matured. The dog, Nika, is calm as well, and she's happy, and it just kind of shows of how far along we become as like in our relationship. And
it's true.
Yeah,
it's kind of like our reward that we put in the work. Like we cut off all the things that were toxic, and we addressed the things that were toxic in our relationship. And that included many pets. It included Caden and all that stuff. And I was like, I need to detox because I don't like the person I'm becoming. And then this year we really, really work on ourselves and really work on what it means to be a leader together. And not in a competition way, which was great too, because that was also reflected in our pets, where one would like one or the other. Or I hate you and I love this one, like that. And creating a divide, like the dog was like divide and conquer with us.
It was weird.
And now that, we made a pact and agreement using the tool of this podcast and talking it all out and being like, well, if we ever do that again or even talk about discussing it, we need to make certain agreements between ourselves. And I think that was a lot healthier. And then finally, it just so happens the one that we really love and the one that like she chose us to in a way. Is like, it's a perfect match, right? Because we asked for it, like.
And she chooses everybody. She's just friendly.
In the shelter.
Oh yeah.
When all the dogs were barking.
And
she's the one who wasn't. So of course that that calls out to us because they're like, cool. We want a like a mild tempered dog. And she's like.
Like she's on.
She knew to be on her best behavior. That was kind of funny. So, it's been good. I think I'm really proud that we were able to make the changes. And it felt like a long time though before we could do it. As I think of it,
it feel like a long. Well, it felt. It's only been a year, I would say.
It's only a year, but to me it feels a little bit longer because I got so used to not having a pet once Caden was not here, and I was like just doing my thing and being really, just kind of like focusing on each other. Like to really, really focus and fix that stuff. And now we have her a pet again. And it's nice because now it provides a buffer too.
It does provide a buffer. Caden didn't really. I guess we've been living with him for so long that it's just not. It's not the same as Nika.
It's very different.
It's very different because Nika requires walks. She requires to expel energy, whereas Caden, it was so small he can just expel his own energy.
He just run up the stairs 3 times and he's like, oh, I'm good.
But we expelled Caden's energy at early age. He was like 9 or 10 when he left us, so he was a little bit older. But I'd say. So just looking back at throughout this year, we've done many things, and I feel like 2019. I say this every year, but 2019 feels like there was a lot accomplished. Based on what we said and always reminded ourselves throughout this year was to stick with one thing, and to stick with one thing, and to stick with one thing, right? And we did. We
kind of did it.
No, we did.
But I got the roaster.
No, those are your outlets. Those are your hobbies.
You mean business wise?
Yeah, when it comes to business, to like go through the motion of starting another business. That didn't happen this year, right? No one started another LLC, right? Yeah, this year was different.
We were about to again with the coffee thing.
Yeah, but we put our hands down and we just know what's important.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
And for next year, like I said, we can give it. We'll continue to do what we do, right? And when the timing is right, the timing is right, and the life will just tell us that we're ready for something.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I feel like what we have is good, and it will be better as long as we put more time and effort into it for another year.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, other things will just kind of follow along and just be in their own place at their own time. Yeah. And like the soap thing. Soap is just a hobby. Like, I came to realize that it's a hobby. I love making fragrances. I love, making my own soap that I don't have to go out and buy, like, try and find a scent that I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you get to make your own.
Yeah. And
you know what you put in it. Yes. So, I like that aspect, but I already know that soap is not my thing. It's not like photography. There are challenges, right? But the challenges in soap is not at the level of challenges in photography. It doesn't truly excite me, to be honest, right? It's a good outlet, though. It's very therapeutic when I make soap. So it's a great outlet, it's a great hobby, but it's nothing like what photography has done for me. It will never be a business or something truly that I love. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just going to be there.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, coffee, on the other hand, it's something different. It's truly what you love. It's yours, and photography was mine. This is actually yours.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
So keep it as that. Yeah. And we got everything other than your venting kit, which will come later after everything's paid off. But you have it, whereas no one ever thought of having something like that. So yeah.
What do you mean? A lot of people have that machine.
No, I mean a daily consumer.
Like a home roaster.
Yeah, a home roaster. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get that until you actually want to pursue a business out of it.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so freaking fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's cool. We're crafty people, and when we dive into something new, we give our full focus and 100% in learning the ins and outs of how to make the best things. Which that's a cool lifestyle. I like that. Yeah. I like that within us, and yeah.
It's been like surreal. Like how much we did this year, and
I felt like I educated myself so much this year, and and to think back with the time that we have and our lifestyle and what we built to this year. We have so much knowledge of the world.
The world?
Yeah, like so much knowledge that anything that comes to us, we're able to, oh yeah, I know that, and stuff like that. It's like, because we spend our time just immersing ourselves with different things, different hobbies, different outlets, educating ourselves on other stuff. Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I don't watch JK News, but I just read other things, with downtime and stuff, and it's cool.
You're talking about just always consuming information.
Yeah, you're always consuming, you're always learning, and you just know what's up around the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can. We all have.
I know that, but do people have the same amount of time as we do? Like. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to go in deeper into a certain subject or learn how to train my dog to the T, right? Yeah. Like, I can just binge watch all that information and apply it immediately because I'm home. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody can.
Yeah. Not when you're stuck at a 9 to 5, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I mean, like, speaking of the 9 to 5, like, I think that structure is actually healthy in a way.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that structure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you're just stuck at your work.
Yeah.
Whereas we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's there?
So she's being a leader right now, and
No,
yeah.
she can just hear us.
Yeah.
So I think it just kind of like, oh, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wants to be included.
I guess.
What
But
else?
yeah, this year did so many things, from learning how to paddle surf, and I can't wait for the spring. I'm still getting some itchiness of just going out in the water, but
Yeah.
other than that, I feel completely different since the end of last year.
How do you feel different?
Well, my stress level has gone way down.
Uh-huh.
No emails.
Yeah.
And just working the right clients, the right couples, the right team, the people that you're surrounded with, right? The support group that you have. It's all there.
Yeah.
And you just feel a lot better, and in return, I felt more positive than the previous years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started to believe more. I started to trust more and let go. Yeah. And once I got into that mentality of the letting go, now I just want to let go of everything. Other than my photography, of course, but I mean like me being lead and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Do you feel like so as I've been learning about the dog and how to train it correctly, I feel it's really similar to how we've been making the changes with each other. Like how you were like, oh, I have to lead, I have to do it, right? So you're actually very anxious and you're very stressed out, and you put your stress on everybody, and I would take in that stress and everything.
Yeah.
And I would feel like, I would just take on the same amount of anxiety. And then now you don't feel like you have to lead so much, I guess.
Yeah.
And this year,
I have to lead in what I need to lead in.
Yeah, but all the things to run this business in
Yeah.
particular is actually a lot of things, which you actually don't have a hand in a lot of the growth parts of it.
Yeah.
You have a hand in a lot of the maintenance of it, which is the technical, like, oh, I shoot.
Yeah.
You do everything that you did. But then to grow it, you don't even have a hand in all of these new things, because you don't have to, which is
you don't
cool.
have to.
So you're not freaking out like, oh, how am I going to grow? How am I going to do this? How am I going to find the right people? And I was like, wow, that's kind of like when I was looking at the dog training, like when they don't have to lead, they freak out less, because they're like, cool, I can just follow. I can just follow in this part of the walk.
Yeah.
Or you're going to protect me. You're going to lead me from all of those weird dogs over there. Or whatever. I don't have to freak out and bark and be like, oh, what's going on and everything. It was like yesterday. It was like, when I send Brian out with you guys.
Yeah.
And you're always like, where's Brian? And I keep telling you like, he has his assignment, and he checks in with me. And the moment you say something because you're worried or whatever, then it makes me worried, and then I have to go be like, oh, where are you?
Yeah.
And then I figured out like, oh, this is so similar to the dog. It's like, you just need to be like, don't worry about it. Like, we're handling it. Just do your thing, right? That's why I texted you that yesterday. And then the same thing would happen with Brian. He's like, oh, well, Kevin told me I'm not supposed to be here. I was like, but he's not editing the video. You are. You need to know what you're capturing, right?
Yeah.
So don't take on all these other things. Like, just stay in your lane, do your shit, lead the way that you're supposed to lead in your own lane.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about all that. I've already taken care of all of that stuff. And then if it really is an issue, like, we'll address it or whatever. But to relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Do your job.
Yeah.
You relax. Do your job. And then that way I can relax and do my job instead of... And the same thing with everybody, so they don't have to worry, oh, are you doing it? Are you doing it? Because I can't focus on my job, right?
Yeah.
It's like the same shit. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I can transfer the same skills that we're learning the psychology of a dog, which is very simple, and transferring it into how we run our team.
Yeah.
Like, there's different times where, because we are a pack, and we have to make sure that you, all the way over there on the side of the pack, are doing your job.
Yeah.
And you on this side of the pack are doing your job, so we can move as a unit, right? And one's not going crazy over here, and one's not going crazy over here, or being scared or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, that's, I've been seeing a massive parallel in the dog training to, like, how we run the team and how we communicate to each other, which is pretty cool. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. So when we make corrections, or we go like, oh, that's an issue, we need to correct it.
Yeah.
And to cut off the emotion, that's been super helpful for me. Because then I get less stressed, too.
Yeah.
And to be like, okay, cool, like, you just got to correct it, and you move on, and you live in the present. You stop being, like, worried about the past, or you did this in the past. The dog doesn't think that way, too. It's like, okay, I'm going to go poo now, you know? Like, you know, it doesn't live in the past. It lives in the present.
In the present, yeah.
And I was like, man, that's a great lesson for humans, to live in the present. Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Well, Caden lived in the past for sure.
Well, because you can't help trauma.
Yeah.
If you traumatize something, then it can't help but live in the past.
Yeah.
You've traumatized it. But in a normal setting,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, don't poo there or whatever, like, you know, they're not traumatized with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And, I see a lot of confidence in our team in a way that they know where their placement, basically. And I see more energy within my brother after all the TikToks he's been making. He's been more, you know, more spoken and more outgoing. I mean, he's always been outgoing, but he's more confident in himself. He's actually taking lead yesterday in the family photos, because we had a list of 80. And he would call out names. He would tell them that they're next. And, I just see a huge difference versus before.
Yeah. I wasn't
so
too worried.
It's good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And, is there anything else you're looking forward to before this year ends?
Before this year ends, well, we have our anniversary trip tomorrow, which... I don't know, we're going to try and enjoy it as much as possible. I feel a little, like, anxious about leaving our dog and stuff. Because we were only staying for a month. I was just really... my biggest question is the bond going to be lessened or something like that? But...
well, you have been...
I think that's just a human sort
way of thinking.
Yeah. The dog would not really care. What's important is the structure that they're going to pick up, and when they come back, we'll just resume. That's what I've been telling myself, because I was getting just, like, anxious. Like, I don't want to leave her or whatever.
Well, it's not, well, I mean, you're feeling differently, right?
But you asked me how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to finish my thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how you feel. And, how I felt was like, are these trainers like I'm always like trying to see like if
they're legit.
Yeah, if they're legit. Like, I mean, I know they are legit, but are they just going to teach her the basics, right? The basics that I already taught her, or are they going to go further in depth of obedience? Yeah.
Did you get your questions answered from that paper and everything?
I read everything. I'm like, okay, sit, stay. I mean, she already knows all that. Yeah, but then I know where.
But she know it in a distraction.
Yeah, the distraction environment is the only thing that I'm missing in my training. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still good.
Yeah, I mean, like I always kind of study it and really think like. I know it's best that she is boarding while we're gone versus being at some other person's house and not getting any training at all. But is it appropriate for 3 weeks? Is it best to train with the owner at her side after we come back, you know, like I always kind of think about that, like
Well, you have to. You do that checkout session.
is boarding like for 3 weeks appropriate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I always kind of think with myself. Like, as a business person, I know they always want to push you to, like, all these packages and push you towards, like, oh, get this, you get everything. You know, it's the diamond package and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was reading reviews on that academy, and people just bring their dog and go through individual lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the trainer.
So you change your mind again, or?
No, I'm still moving forward with it, but I just don't know at this point. Like, she's just going to do whatever they're going to do with her, right? And we're just going I just hope for the positive out of it. You know, that you know what we pay is what we get.
Yeah.
From this training, like I hope it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you always have a tendency to have really, really unreasonable high expectations.
Yeah.
That's why I said that during the meeting.
Yeah.
Because I already know how you think.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh, she's going to come back a magic dog. That's what you said. She's going to come back a soldier, or she's going to come back this and that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay, think whatever you want. But, you know, I want you to hear it from the trainer. The trainer told you, you know, we don't have a magic fairy dust here.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is do this.
Yeah.
And like, if you have trouble hearing what she's actually saying, which is like to adjust your expectations.
Yeah.
We are not magic, Harry Potter people, whatever, you know.
I mean, and then that's why. Okay, I'm like, oh, yeah, I accept that, and maybe you're not magic over here, right? And there's no 100% guarantee at your facility
Ever.
So I did more research, and I found a facility that said they're 100% guarantee.
That's too good to be true.
Yeah.
How can you be 100% in any situation? Even in our
Yeah.
own business, how can
Yeah.
we be 100% that we could provide this wedding the way that you envision and da-da-da-da, right? So we put it in the fucking thing to cover our butt. Because we're going to do our best,
Yeah.
right? We're going to do our job. And we're going to do it to the best of our ability. And that's all we can ask of other people.
Yeah.
I find it kind of weird that, you know, you're a business owner and you know what it takes to run a business, and you know how some people can be unreasonable or have expectations that are not reasonable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, chill out. We're human. We're doing our best, blah, 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 right? And that's what you want of your clients. That's all any other legitimate, decent business wants too.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, understand we're going to do our job, right? We're going to do our job. We're going to say what we do to the best of our ability. You cannot 100% guarantee. I think that's shady if you say that.
Yeah.
If you're saying 100% guarantee, then you're falling for a trick, which is weird because you're a business person. You should know better. And they're probably just trying to get you in the door.
Yeah.
They're just trying to one-up the other person because of marketing, whatever. Oh, I 100% guarantee. In what world do you 100% guarantee? Don't tell me that shit, because there's going to be some star at the end of that. Of course, you know, if we don't know the history, you know, like this.
Yeah.
We 100% guarantee we will do our best job.
I guess, yeah.
We could say that too, right? It's how you say it. So it's cool. Like, I feel like we chose them. We had a good vibe. We feel like, you know, you didn't say anything during the thing. So if you didn't say anything, then you didn't say anything, you know, and that's just what it is. Like, it's just with anything. Like,
well, I mean, I didn't say anything because I want to, you know, listen basically what she has to say.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's really all we can do. Like, I know you want to have 100% control, but you can't, we just can't have 100% control.
Yeah.
And we're really just going to do our best. And it's way better than what we did before.
Yeah.
And we already have being rewarded with a great dog. And because we're putting in the time and effort and energy. So I think we're doing a really good job.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be too, like, so nitpicky or punishing about, you know, spending on this, because even if you maybe feel in the back of your mind like, oh, it's not worth it or something like that, why would it not be worth it? You know, if she comes back better than before.
Yeah.
And we're going to be trained too. And it was a lower price than what we were researching right through the other ones or something. So in the end, like, you know, that's your leader anxious mind coming out. Who's going to do it? I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
I recognize that through and through and through and through. So to me, you just gotta chill out. Like I don't think it's bad. But I'll just call you out on it. Like, oh yeah, that's how you normally think. That's okay, but chill out. You don't have to stress about it. Yeah, you don't have to stress about it.
Okay.
I think we're doing a really good job, like, than before, and we're having a really nice dog, like a really good companion.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that was a really great idea that instead of just going to the Rover, that she go and train and she goes to school and all that stuff versus just, maybe that Rover is not going to have any structure. And so that was a big fear. And so, we address it.
Yeah. So, well, for one thing, it was just, I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, that's your anxious mind going, because you like to shop and you want to make sure that you got the best deal for the best, everything, right? And I'm like, that's cool, but you're going crazy. Yeah. You're going crazy in your mind. And like, so that's your leader, anxious mind going, who's going to do it? Like that.
Yeah.
But I think you really did a good job already. You found this place. We agreed to. We took the time and we saw them in person and all that shit. You like the facility, so just trust that. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can relax. I think it'll be great. And then she'll come back before Christmas, and then cool. We just go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I have nothing else. Yeah.
What about the rest of the year?
The rest of the year is pretty much relaxing. I mean, I'm shooting here and there, but then I'm trying to turn off my brain, really. Yeah. Because I have that 1 month just to turn it off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn it off starting today.
Starting
today. Yeah, I get that 1 month only, you know? Like, I need it. And I just know that I don't...
I feel like my brain never turns off.
Mine's going to turn off on the photography side, and it's going to just funnel somewhere else. Like, something that I'm going fine.
Yeah, mine isn't.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now. So I think it's good to tell you now. So because we have a new hire, and we have a workshop, and my biggest concern with what I do in the business is making sure that the foundation is ready for the marketing. That's been the biggest thing. Like, I mean, you always come with me and being like, what are you going to do with the marketing? It's like, well, I don't feel confident yet because my team is not, or the team is not like where it needs to be yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they've got great first steps, and then we've really got to tighten up the foundation of everything that they do. Yeah. And then I'll feel very good, Like, I think I'm thinking like you that way, where I need to lead this portion, and it's during this off season that we need to make it happen. So I don't really get to rest yet. So if you're looking for me to like stop working, or why are you doing this, or why are you working, or whatever, I don't match your work schedule because we have different roles in the company. Yeah. Now. Well,
I mean, besides this 4 days, right? Are you working?
Well, no, I have to, like today, I have to set all of that up.
Well, today is fine. I mean,
and then I'm going to answer, on vacation. I'm going to answer emails while we're away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I will be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, you just remember, you just need, if you need a break.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. That's what I'm committing to. Right? Yeah. Like right now, this is what it is. Yeah. I know it's not going to be forever, so that makes me like not be like feel bad about it or something. I know. I mean,
you have pretty good self-control of yourself in taking breaks. So.
Yeah, I mean, answering emails, 10 minutes max. Yeah. I just need I just need to have my computer with me and all that stuff and. Yeah, I'm just letting you know now because like I know you have a tendency to go, well, I'm stopped working, so you stop working, but it's not like that anymore, Yeah. And I definitely am trying to do a good job of taking breaks and not put myself in the position of like, well, you freaking work too much, that's why you got a headache, right? Yeah. So I'm definitely aware of that, and I'm trying to be responsible or use my time wisely throughout the day and shit like that. But yeah, my work schedule won't match yours during December, during the month that you're off.
Well, I feel
would be
like
off.
I'm not too much off, but I would say I'm just turning off my head in photography.
Yeah.
I'm still shooting quite a bit, but
Yeah, you have like 3 engagements and a wedding, and
yeah, still the same. I'm just turning off just my brain.
yeah. But just know you're not managing
Yeah.
the team. You're not, answering emails most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless it's specific. It is different than last year.
It is very different.
So
Once you took over emails,
I don't know. It's been a year, or
it's been a year. But anyways, like once I get to emailing, I freaking dread emailing. So
I dread it too. Like, I don't think anybody likes it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it has to be done. So,
my emails are getting shorter and shorter.
Mine are hella short. Like, remember yours used to be so long?
Well, I mean, long is good because I try to get everything out,
Yeah.
and then that is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I try to get everything out, like, on the website. That way they don't email me with a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
That's my little plan.
But I wish we could afford that Autobot thing,
No.
chatbot thing.
It doesn't work anyway.
Oh, okay.
Because it gets so specific that, I looked into it. But
Probably gets tiring for couples to be like, fuck this. And I'm like, this is too much work to chat with a bot.
I just try to press 0 on this chat bot.
Yeah.
So I can talk to the person.
That's what they all want.
Yeah.
They just want to speak to us directly. Just like we always get put on hold when calling Kaiser Permanente.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like what I'm going to think about next is creating office hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate answering an email late at night, and maybe I'm going to give incorrect information, or I'm not looking at it correctly.
Yeah.
I'm tired,
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that out there. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do in the back end that will make the running of things smoother.
Yeah.
Just make it, again, thinking back to that 9-to-5 structure, providing discipline for us and for the client. They can't just like, oh, hey, can I get this from you? Like, just always take from you.
Yeah.
And you're left with nothing at the end of the year. You're so tired, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this year I'm not as tired.
I'm not tired at all.
We definitely went through the ringer. Like, I definitely, it was very challenging this year.
Yeah.
There were many times where I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Or I'm not doing a good job, or something like, I feel like that. But actually, in the end, because we've been slowly setting up systems and setting boundaries for clients and boundaries for team members and all kinds of stuff, right? All this back end shit that nobody thinks about. Like, I am less mentally drained.
Yeah, I'm not drained this year.
I'm not like dying.
Yeah.
Remember how we would go take a break and go camping, and we'd just be like, just dead.
Yeah.
It's just like really dead. It is different. I do feel like we worked really hard this year. At the same time, we still have energy to have fun or actually enjoy vacation or something.
Yeah.
And not dead inside. And then I definitely feel more hopeful too, like for 2020.
That's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different feeling.
2020.
It's not like a hype feeling though. That's different.
2020 is a big year.
It's more calm.
Let's just keep saying that so everyone thinks it's going to be a big year. It's going to be a big year.
I don't know if it's a big year, but I think it's going to be
It's a big year for the world.
Successful year.
Olympics, Tokyo, the amount of weddings we already got before the end of the year.
38.
Yeah. 39. Or close
38.
to 40.
Yeah, 38.
Yeah.
Counted.
So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel calmer.
Mm-hmm.
Like before it'd be like, let's get it, let's go, like this, like, and a little bit anxious, kind of covering up or compensating for the fact that we don't have something, or we're still lacking something in the company. And now I feel a lot more confident and secure, and less anxious for sure.
Yeah.
Because we have that support for sure, and then plus you and I are a lot better too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a lot better.
It ripples,
because you
right?
made that change.
Yeah, it ripples.
I became better.
Yeah.
And then in return, I'm better for you.
Yeah. And me too.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I think because I was like in a workhorse mentality.
Yeah.
moving from Yorba Linda here, freaking
recoup the finance.
Yeah, recoup all that. I was not myself. Yeah. And then in reality, a backlash in our relationship that I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
So,
I understood.
And then now, it's, thankfully you pulled that trigger and took the email away from me and created the system, create your own balance within the company, and we got where we are.
Yeah, it was cool. I think with you, and I think it has to be said too, where, even the changes that we're making with having a pet, for me to request a change of you and for you to actually do it.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't just speak for ourselves, but I feel like maybe not too many people have that opportunity or have that in a partner. Like that, I think that's really cool. Like you were able to, when it mattered, and when I ask you, like I really seriously ask you to make a change.
Yeah.
Like even when I feel like, okay, if you don't freaking make this change, like I feel like I cannot change, and then in turn we turn the gear for each other. Like if you didn't make those changes, I could not be a better person too, because I would feel like, oh, it's hopeless, or so and so never changes, and it makes me believe that I can't change. So just you taking that step forward, or me taking a step forward, I think it inspired us to go, okay, like you did it.
Yeah.
So let me do that for you too. Like let me try, if not for me, like let me try because you're trying. Sometimes it would feel like that, right? Like, like for somebody to change on their own, just out of their own goodness of their heart, in our relationship hasn't been the case. Yeah. It's like you do it also. I have to feel like you're doing it too, right? Like I have to feel not alone. I have to feel like we're doing it together.
Yeah.
And I would feel that from both of us. So I'm really thankful that we both were like, we could read it or sense that and do what was necessary. Where maybe sometimes some people, maybe they don't even get that opportunity. Like somebody would be trying so hard and they're like, nah.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess, yeah. I don't know who that is, but...
Oh, there are many examples, but, like, I think that can happen.
Yeah.
You get very comfortable and complacent. So, you changing inspired me to change. And so on and so forth, which is cool.
And sometimes you don't realize that you're changing. You're just going through the motion, and you have a goal that you want to do, you want to become, and you just do it. Yeah. Like you allowing me to do what I'm doing in the business. Yeah.
But it's because, like how you were like, well, if I don't see that you're confident, I'm not going to let you do it. And I'll go, oh, okay, cool. So I can't be complaining and whining. Why don't you listen to me? Like I used to do a long time ago, right? Like, oh, just expecting you to trust me. Yeah. Where before, without so many words, it's like, well, how can I trust you? And then when I figure it out, it's like, oh, that's all it's all about. Like, proving to somebody that they can trust you, not in a way that degrades you, but just like, look, I'm confident. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to lead for you here and now. Yeah. And then you can go, cool. Now I can relax. I don't have to do everything for you. Like you were telling me before. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, damn, okay, so I needed to step up. And then in turn, then you make those changes, And you can relax and be a nicer person. And then I could be a nicer person. Yeah. Right, to be around. So it's cool. It's like, it's cool gears.
It's just it's gears and it's levels.
Like you turn the key, okay, cool, it's unlocked. I can turn the key too. Like, it's cool. What'd you get?
I didn't get anything.
Oh. I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
The baby is crying.
Yeah.
But we don't pay attention to it.
Of course not.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for chiming in. That's just some updates before the year end.
Yeah.
And,
Are we going to do another one? I kind of just rely on you whenever you want to do it.
I don't know. It just happens.
I see. I know Brian was like, "Oh, I really like that last podcast. When you guys do the podcast?" I was like, "I don't know. I just depend on you to tell me."
Yeah, it all depends if I work on Sunday or not. And it all depends on how I feel after I work.
Well. You're like a prince in here. Stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right, ciao.
Bye. Card full. God damn it!